Again, we're separating front from back, crown area to the top of the ear. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to cut that very last top section. We're going to be taking triangular sections, one in the middle, two on each side. That gives us 5. Again, cutting each one separate. As you can see, 5 individual triangular subsections. Straight back, let that underneath fall out. We're cutting to her existing length. So now the top is going to have a one length feel. And that, again, that's what's unique about this design. All this texture, all this erratic texture underneath, but yet controlled with almost a one length feel on the top profile, falling over that. This again is that fusion of soft piecey textured layers and a nice smooth crown, giving you a little bit more geometric lines. Don't forget, let that underneath fall out. You don't want to cut that twice. There's your length sitting underneath this section you're cutting now. I enjoy working smarter, not harder. Look at my body positioning. I can see exactly what I'm doing. My right foot is forward. I'm cutting below my shoulders. The movement is very, very natural. You've only got one body. Subdivide that front section vertically into 2 vertical subsections. Again, let that underneath fall out. We're keeping this top one length, don't forget, so don't get too aggressive in your up and out texture. Bringing it all the way to the back profile and cutting to a nice taper. Repeat that same movement in through the front. Make sure you're letting that hair fall out from underneath. Section it off if you have to. Remember, there's not a lot of hair here, so look how I'm opening and closing my shears really lightly, taking out a minimal amount of hair. I can always go back in and take more. Look at that texture through the perimeter. Don't go in and cut those little shorter and longer pieces. That is adding to the haircut. Repeat the same movements on the other side. Taking the entire top in my fingers, straight out from the head shape. There's a lot of hair here, so you can get a little bit more aggressive, depending on what you're looking for. And that's the beauty of structure and motion. Last section right through the front. Same movement. Look at that, shorter to longer, textured, piecey. I'm going to go in and really add my own artistic interpretation to this design, cutting some of those pieces off, making them more tapered, making some blunt. The mixture of little geometric lines within that softer texture is going to be absolutely incredible. So again, we went back to the front fringe now. We're going to separate that horizontally, about 50-50, leaving that top corner for later. We're now going to comb this hair really nice. Make sure it's combed properly using the fine side of your comb. We're laterally directing it to above her left eye where I want the shortest piece to be. In and out movement determines length. And we're cutting straight up 180 degrees, creating an immense amount of graduation through the front to really show off those blonde underneath little highlights that we created in there earlier. The graduation lets that perimeter really stand out and to show that lighter underneath, darker on top. Section that remaining top triangle into 4 equal subsections. We're going to comb each subsection vertically, straight out from the head shape, letting the guide fall out, and we're connecting from underneath and creating a little bit of a longer falling over that shorter graduation that we cut. This is going to give her the ability to be versatile in whenever she's styling it. She can have a more visual, harder geometric feel in the front, or she can style these longer pieces to fall over those geometric fringes, fall over that geometric fringe, and really have that raw piecey look or that harder geometrical look. Always cut to a nice taper, just for added softness. Look how beautiful that's falling. It's the natural way that the front of this design falls for her. That's her hair growth. Look at your haircut, see if you like it, add to it. That's the difference between good and great. Wow, this is going to look really fantastic. As you can see, the square layers that we cut on the interior gives a flatter feel with a lot of torn and very disrupted texture right through the perimeter. The geometric front we talked about are really highlighted by that little bit of accent color underneath. We got a nice smooth rounded crown. I think it's going to look fantastic.
Amazing haircut, what a change.
Well, thank you, Ian. I think she's going to love it.
I think she is too. But you know what? Instead of talking about it, let's blow dry this and make sure what it looks like. What do you think?
Why don't you blow dry it?
I'll be more than happy to.
I love the fact that he's so hands-on. The greatest thing about structure motion is that it has the ability to lend to the own artist's interpretation. Ian heard the concept, he saw the haircut, and thank goodness he's going to blow dry. I can't wait to see how it's going to turn out.
I'm generously applying our short sexy hairs to What a Body. What a Body has a shine factor of 8 and a hold factor of 6. I enjoy using it in the salon because it gives me a nice body with extreme shine. What I'm going to do here is actually, I applied it root to end. I'm going in with the blow dryer from the roots and I'm going to bring it out. I really can't wait to see this all blown out and see the finished look.
Isn't this fantastic? Look at the shape of the design, how it complements her facial features. That extreme texture through the perimeter that she's not going to have to work at to achieve. Smoother crown, geometric fringe accented by underneath lighter color, options through the front to have a harder geometric feel or a softer geometric feel, shorter to longer, back to front. It's totally what I was looking for to really enable her to go home and create incredible looks with this new haircut.